And not always. Good. It's not always that great, yeah.
Yo, what is up, sleepers? It's your boy Ed Bennett here in the Sleeping Cinema. Who do I have with me today?
We got the older hiccup over here.
The older hiccup. Who else do we have with us?
You got Okaroon.
Okaroon.
No, you're not. You don't even fit the role. Not even a little bit.
It's okay when you're not. When you're just hiccup over here, you don't have any self-awareness. It's okay.
Who else do we have with us?
I'm the dragon.
The dragon toothless.
I'm not gonna be riding on you, brother.
Well, why are you emphasizing the ride? Like,
why are you always focusing on the emphasis? You got something to tell me, brother?
No.
So there will be timestamps in the description for our review. If you guys want to keep ahead to that, but for now, let's buy some tickets and grab our favorite concessions. How's y'all's week been?
Could be
Pretty
better. Good. Work was a pain in my ass yesterday.
I know. You said you're possibly working next week as well.
Yeah.
Rip.
Dang, why are you working so much?
I foresee them abusing a certain system, and that's really gonna hurt. So.
Why are you working so much?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because they got to build a new car for 2026.
Oh, that's annoying.
What car?
Yeah.
What car?
I don't know. Whatever mirrors we sell them to.
You don't know.
I don't pay attention to what kind of mirrors we sell or to who we sell.
The new F360, bro. Come on.
F360?
No. Whatever new Jeep is out there, yeah. Whatever.
Jeep? You guys support Jeep? Oh, no. Man, you work at the wrong company. I tell you what. It's America.
We went on a little bar adventure on Friday night. Did. Food truck and bar adventure.
You guys got fucked up.
Yeah, it was a great time.
You guys are lucky you guys have a good friend like me to pay you for your Uber.
You should have came, bro.
No, dude, I was streaming.
Say, I was streaming, man.
You could have done an IRL stream.
I could have actually, yeah.
That would have been sick.
With us.
Next time I should do that, but then I'm gonna be the boring one out. You guys are just gonna be.
We're gonna be the entertainment.
Yeah, you guys will be the entertainment because I don't get shit faced like you guys do.
That's fine. I mean, a couple of the bars you stopped at, I felt like you would have picked up a nice lady who was in her 60s.
In her 60s?
Not again, all right?
Again?
No, remember that one time we were at the pool?
The pool.
I was getting hit on by like this 80-year-old.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
I say, well, what are you complaining about? You're getting, at least you know you got game. Game, respect game.
Game with the elderly. You gotta go to bingo nights, man.
I ain't going to bingo nights. I'll raise up too many of them.
See, look at you're already hyping yourself up. You're good.
Wrong age. All right.
Well, maybe you can get those social security checks.
Exactly.
All right, don't like get that into my head because I'm a gold digger.
He's already thinking about it.
I'm
He's
a
like,
gold digger.
Yeah, exactly. It could be a grandma.
I'll be a gold digger if I have to. I'll take one for the team.
We also went to the food trucks. Unfortunately, Alexi can't come to those with us because they end at 9.
Yeah.
I
was a bit disappointed by that because I was like, oh, I wanted to.
Our other set of friends also missed out.
That was yesterday or when?
That was Friday.
Friday.
What happened Saturday, the one that I missed?
It was just a little meetup because they came back early, I guess.
Well, Saturday's when I saw the movie that we're going to be talking about in a minute here, but...
So, that was all. I ran into them at the grocery store, and then they sounded extremely upset that we actually did a bunch of fun things on Friday night.
What? Why?
They were jealous.
Yeah, they were jealous. They're like, wow, I can't believe you guys actually scheduled something cool and entertaining without us.
But I wouldn't have wanted to pay for much.
That's true.
Kind of expensive,
it was. I woke up in the morning like, whoa, I did not know I spent that much money.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Trust me, when I woke up, I was like, oh.
I was like, whoa, $60+, guys.
Oh wow, for drinking alone.
Well, because we kept buying shots for each other, and
we were taking turns being like.
Why were you guys getting so fucked up? Was there something special going on?
Just a fun time.
Yeah, it's been forever since we've gone to a bar, so we're like.
Did any of you guys go to the protests?
I did, yeah.
You did?
I figured Eddie might.
The No Kings
I
Day
was-
protest.
Yeah, the No Kings one. Yeah, yeah.
I couldn't get up early enough. I was too tired to wake
I was
up.
at work.
And then I ate like the freaking 5 meals I bought last night.
I
Yeah,
didn't ask about that one.
because he bought Mexican food, he bought Chinese, and then we went to 76 Diner and he bought something there too. So he had hella food from one night.
I know. I was like, God, like I'm eating it in the morning. Like, why did I spend? Like, I think I spent more money on food than fucking drinking.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
Yeah,
I felt bad.
you did buy a lot of food.
So I was more upset about the food because I think in total I spent 180 on food.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what?
180 on food, and it
When
was
did
only
that
like
happen?
yesterday with all the food things we did.
Why so much?
All those food things.
Yeah,
You know
well,
the
because
one-
we started off with the food truck, and then I was like, okay, because the tacos, I'm telling you, those tacos weren't filling, like enough. But I was like, I'm not gonna eat anymore, at least not right now. And then when I got home, obviously we went to 76 Diner after we got done.
Oh, it was
having
the
a fun-
76 center you guys went to. Okay, okay.
Yeah. They got their Fruity Pebbles milkshake
And food.
and food.
All right, we
Hey,
did
just-
it. Fat brother.
For some reason.
Jesus told me that you were snoring up a storm when you was in his car.
Yeah,
He
I-
was snoring. He
I
was
don't even
not
remember the
snoring.
ride home. I was just sleeping.
He was like, this man was just. He sounded like Scott when he
Alright.
was sleeping.
So is that everything we did this weekend and last weekend? I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. So with that, we can get into these trailers. So with that, yeah, let's take our seats. Let's get into these trailers. Any new movies, TV shows, or video games y'all are looking forward to?
Pokemon ZA coming out in October, so that's gonna be fun.
Pokemon Za, like pizza.
Yeah, yeah, that
Pizza?
one. I'm excited for
I'm
that.
looking forward to more episodes of One Piece since I'm caught up.
Oh man, now you gotta wait. Yeah, now you're reading the manga, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm not trying. I'm
Okay.
trying to pace myself so I don't run out.
Man, I wish I knew.
Yeah,
what catching-
that's what I was doing as well.
I wish I
when
knew what
got caught
catching up was
originally.
like. I need to stop slacking at the same time. So lazy to catch up.
Our first trailer we have is Wicked for Good. What did you guys think of the trailer for the second Wicked movie?
All right, so I saw the trailer last night as well, and I was blown away by it. Actually,
I remember you not liking the.
I don't. Yeah, I didn't really vibe with the first trailer and all that stuff, and that's why I didn't watch the
first movie.
Yeah, yeah. And
Oh.
so I didn't watch the first movie until like very recently, actually. And
Did we do
I
the movie for
really-
the pod, or was it we didn't do it
I-
because it was a Christmas kind of movie?
No, we did it.
once again,
I think we did it, yeah.
I really enjoyed the movie after I finally sat down and just watched it. It was so good. And that's why I'm really hyped for this trailer, because this trailer made it look even better than the first movie.
Yeah, I didn't expect much from the original movie, but I actually liked it. I had a fun time with the Wicked movie.
Pissed me off with that cliffhanger again, though.
So yeah, we get to continue the story of how Elphaba became the Wicked Witch of the West.
It sounds like this is supposed to be the last one.
You think so?
That's what it said in the trailer.
This is probably where the intermission is in the theater show.
Yeah. So it's not a trilogy. It's just gonna be a 2-movie thing.
I wonder if they're gonna do like a Wizard of Oz remake.
It seems like
Possibly.
we're gonna get what's her name in this movie? based off the
Dorothy?
trailer. Yeah, we're gonna get Dorothy in this
Oh
movie.
yeah,
so-
we were here for like a second.
See, the
no, we
funny-
see her in a couple of scenes in the trailer.
Funny part, if we actually do this for that movie for the week, I'm just gonna watch Part B and not know what's going on.
You gotta watch the original too.
No, I'm not watching
Why?
the original, bro. I am not watching it. I don't.
This dude is the
Sure.
worst like podcast person right now.
What do you mean? I just don't care enough for the
That's valid.
that movie series.
That's valid.
Next,
That's all.
we got Alien Earth. It releases August 12th. What do you guys think of this TV series?
I
Looks
enjoy the
interesting.
Alien series, so I'm gonna watch it. But I'm wondering if it's like a continuation from the last movie that just came out, because it seems like they're talking about the enhancement drug that they used the alien DNA for
Mm-hmm.
the goo. So I'm wondering if that's got anything
Goo.
to do with it.
I'm wondering that too.
Yeah, and this one takes place on Earth, so
Earth.
Earth.
Oh, did you guys hear about Spaceballs 2 coming out?
Is that real?
No.
Was
Is
there a
that,
trailer for that?
No,
No
it was
trailer.
just announced, and what is it? Pullman, the guy who plays Sentry, he's gonna be in it because his father was Luke. Basically, I forgot the character's name. So
I
Um,
don't know what you're talking about. I'm being honest.
Spaceballs, you never seen Space?
it's a comedy
It's
parody
an old-ass
movie.
I wouldn't blame him for not knowing it.
That's
Yeah.
actually fair.
It's a
I-
parody of Star Wars, a comedy parody.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just never heard of it. I'm like literally listening to Lexi explain
He
it.
wasn't in band camp, so he doesn't know.
True.
Yeah,
We
I
watched
wasn't
this
cool
in
enough to
band
be-
camp.
I'm not cool enough to be part of the band people.
No, it's because you don't. It's because he had no skills back then.
Well, I also couldn't afford the instrument. I'm being honest to do band camp.
Didn't Mr. G offer them to us?
Yeah, he did.
So
Yeah,
at that
I
point, it was a skill issue, brother.
No, I swear I couldn't afford the instrument.
Did you not hear what I just said?
Well, I heard what you said. I'm just explaining.
All right, and next we got Superman. This one I'm really excited for. July 11,
I'm
2025.
also super excited for this because this I enjoyed the other Superman movies as well, but
did?
yes, I like Henry as Superman, but
I did
he still
too.
he still has no personality to his character really.
Well, that wasn't his fault.
No, and I'm excited for this one because it looks like the character genuinely has a personality and it's just fun, you know.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking forward to see it. I'm just tired of the goddamn trailers. I think this is like the fifth one we've seen.
They are,
already.
this is
Yeah,
their
I-
big launch movie because I think this is the first one James Gunn taking over
Yeah.
No,
for
I-
DC.
That's what I
Well,
said.
this is also that scary thought because he said he was vouching for that Flash movie, so it kind of killed some hope for me there after he did
Well,
that.
it's better than what you thought it was, what you thought he
I
directed.
didn't watch the Flash movie,
Well, yeah, no one did.
I watched it. It's,
so it's not
eh.
better than I thought it was because I've
That's
never
it.
seen it.
Not very memorable, but
Wait, so James Gunn did a Flash movie or did?
no, he didn't do it.
He vouched for it.
He had to. He was the CEO, or not the head director, not the CEO of not that movie, but like the DC
my
department.
Yeah. Well, he was just made the head director of it.
So hopefully he makes this DC make a comeback. Is what I'm hearing.
It looks
he
really
did
good.
Good with Suicide Squad, and it looks like he's doing good with this one too. So he's
He
got
also
a
did
decent
really-
track record so far.
Mm-hmm. And Guardians of the Galaxy. We know he can make good movies.
Yeah.
Up next, we got Eddington. It releases July 18 of 2025. Eddington movie.
I keep thinking you're talking about Paddington.
Paddington the movie. We already saw those.
Yes, I know.
So
They're fun.
this one's like takes place in a western town of some sort during COVID.
I really don't think I'll be watching this.
Isn't
Why?
this movie also gives like
it doesn't
isn't government vibes?
really interest me.
This is a,
Really?
I believe, a Sundance Festival movie.
That explains a lot.
So it's gonna be, one of the more indie popular movies.
Which
Maybe
nothing wrong with indie pilot movies, but sometimes they're just not
There's
interesting.
they're just meh for you sometimes.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
Like
again,
I'm all
age-
for indie producers and stuff like that because God knows we need new producers out in the world to help us out with all of this crap that's being.
What do you
Turns out,
mean?
but-
They're gonna do another remake of of an animated movie soon.
That's exactly my point. We need new producers out here.
No, no. We like that Disney keep remaking all these beautiful movies into
Dude,
shit.
their
live
last
action.
live action did so bad they halted their live action movies indefinitely right now.
I know.
Lastly,
That's why it's funny.
lastly, we have the Diggers movie. That one, I didn't find a release date.
What was that movie about? That's the one that has the
It's Drewski and Theo Vaughn.
yeah.
The guy you
Is it
did
like holes?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Theo.
So in the trailer, they had a family member pass away. And so there's two sides of the family. There's a white side and a black side, and this is like the first time they're linking up together. And then during the trailer, they were moving the body because the funeral directors were handling it, and then they were the ones moving the body, and they dropped it, and a bunch of drugs and money fell out. So they were like figuring out what they were gonna do with all that.
That's funny.
I was thinking were we about to get a Knives Out situation maybe?
That'd be cool.
That'd be interesting.
So, what were you guys' moving on? What are you guys' thoughts before watching the new Dandadan movie? We'll start with Dandadan.
Well,
I was
that
looking
one's
forward to it.
I was looking forward to it, but I was also trying to hope that we weren't gonna get that. It's just a rehash of what we already watched, kind of. Movie.
Oh yeah, I don't like it when they do that. Yeah,
Because I know that that's what they've been doing a lot lately. Didn't they do that with Demon Slayer?
they did do that with Demon Slayer, and a little bit with
Demon Slayer
Solo Leveling.
Didn't Demon Slayer technically start it? Like that kind of concept?
I think so. Yeah.
Well,
Demon Slayer definitely is the one that I think is most popular for doing that and just like blue balling the fans with a movie, but when it's not really a movie.
Just like one new episode. That one was sucked the most. Yeah, because it was just one new episode.
You didn't like that?
No, I felt
like if you pay money to go see something, you want to actually get your money's worth. You don't want to get a rehash of what you already watched and just get one episode.
right. It's like just cut out all the other stuff.
Content.
If you're gonna scam me, at least let me watch just the new episode.
Right?
But yeah, no, this Dandadan
This
one
one
I was
was
really
better,
excited
yeah.
for.
This one, I'm glad to have been proven wrong about it. They were very swift and concise.
I like.
Straight to the point.
Yeah, I would say I enjoyed the fact it wasn't like just 2 seconds of something new. Like if you want something like, I'm not gonna lie, like I went and watched the what? Shoot, I'm trying to think of the I can't think of
My
the
Hero?
anime right. No, not My Hero. The one with Kaiju number 8. They did a movie for that.
Oh yeah.
Did?
Yeah, that
I
one.
forgot about that.
Now that one is what is literally they showed nothing new besides at the end, and at the end it was nothing relating to the story. It was just a giant recap of the whole first season.
That's
See, I
funny.
hate that shit. Why? I don't know why people do that. It's so annoying. We don't want a recap of something we just saw. Like some
Cheaper
look,
for them, obviously.
yeah, 12. Well, look, someone could have just finished it like the very hour before they went to see the movie just to get a recap of what they just watched a second ago. I was
that's why
so mad that happened to me.
That's why I was a little frustrated by that too, because I was like, man, this made me mad. So when I went to go obviously watch the Dandadan
It's
thing, it
why
wasn't
I
like that.
avoid anime movies typically unless it's something I haven't seen
Like
yet.
or it's Studio Ghibli, because Studio
So, like,
Ghibli is the
Studio
only
Ghibli, it's because what are they going to recap? The previous
Well,
movie?
they could.
So we
That
were.
doesn't have any relations to the movie we're about to watch.
So it sounds like we were hesitantly excited for this new movie.
I was excited, but also hesitant because of that.
So let's get into the spoiler-free review of Dandadan Evil Eye. So this release, June 6, 2025, starring Nana Mizuki, directed by Hiroshi Seko, rated R. Plot summary: Momo and Okarun set out on their latest adventure, traveling to a hot springs town, a home rented by Gigi, Momo's childhood friend and former crush, with the goal to solve the mystery surrounding his family. What are your guys' overall thoughts without any spoilers?
All right, so I'm going to say this right now. I'm much farther in the manga than what this takes place in. So I will try not to spoil things while I am talking about this stuff as well.
Yeah, no spoilers.
But
So this is a spoiler-free section, right?
Yeah, spoiler free.
So I
It was
really
really good.
enjoyed. Yeah, so I
It
really
was.
enjoyed it. I mean,
It was
it's hard
good.
to like. It's hard not to talk about the
The
movie, like
recap. All
some of the
right,
free
so
aspect.
this is not a spoiler, but there was a slight recap, but it lasted all of like what 5 minutes, I think,
Yeah, and it was
I,
a
maybe a little more.
I thought it was 10 minutes.
it,
I thought it was like
Yeah,
10 minutes long, but it wasn't long. Yeah, which that's what I really appreciate. I'm like, this is really short, simple, sweet, to the point.
yep. And I also appreciated that they gave you the option for to stick around for a director's interview at the end of
yeah,
it as well.
that was nice. You don't get that very often.
What
Yeah,
did
I stayed for it. I kind of thought that there was gonna be like an end credits thing, but I guess
You know,
not.
I didn't stay
I
for it. I
was?
left.
I was gonna ask, did anyone stay for it? Because we and Tisha
I
did
stayed
too.
for it.
No,
Yeah,
I
I
was
stayed for it as
tired when
well.
I watched it, so I dipped after the movie
When
was
did you
done.
go?
I do not remember, dude. This was a week ago, and
Time's a
10
blur
PM.
for him.
so my memory can only handle like a week's worth of information at a time, I think.
It's been a week.
Yeah, that's why I'm not remembering it.
So, what do you guys rate Dandadan out of 10? Evil Eye.
Wait, for
I
this,
gi-
I'll give it a 8.7.
I'd give it a solid 8.
I give it an 8.5.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't like the summary at the beginning.
Yeah, I'll give it.
I'll say this. Oh, go ahead, Eddie.
I was gonna say 8.5 as well. They after the recap thing, they jump into the action almost immediately, or like the mystery aspect of it, and then the action. I think it's pretty good, well paced
I
movie.
will say this. This does not play like a movie. So that kind of threw me off a lot, actually.
Yeah, it's
Like, to me, it just felt like me going on Crunchyroll and click and play, you know?
Which
yeah.
is fine with me. I kind of assumed that that's what it was gonna be.
Well, you know, the My Hero Academia movies kind of spoiled the hell out of me there, you know?
Well,
I expected
My Hero-
I never
But
liked
those aren't canon though.
Well, it's
Yeah,
the
those-
quality of the movies, I'm saying. It's the quality that I was...
Because at least this one is canon,
Even
so
then,
you didn't like.
Dandadan still looks
Well,
great.
the My Hero Academia movies are canon.
Which one?
The one where they fight... what's the guy that puts on the helmet that boosts his powers? Because we get to see the characters from that movie. And even in the new season right now.
Okay, because I thought that secret agent one, the last one we saw,
No, the
was
Secret
not.
Agent one I don't think is canon, but at least
And neither
the
was
helmet
the-
is canon.
Neither was the one where the Deku and Bakugo fight on the island.
No.
Or
That
the
one was
one with
probably-
that wasn't there like a Brazilian kid that was a sidekick or some shit?
I think
That
so.
one is not canon. That's the one where the guy who could negate powers, but not negate, but at least like
Where they got those stealth suits for like 2 minutes in the beginning.
yeah.
So
Where they unleashed him like some sleeper agent. Yeah.
so
Pretty
back to Dandadan. It was
Sorry.
pretty.
Does My Hero suck, bro? I'm gonna be
The
think
last
that,
season is pretty good.
the movies. I mean,
Oh, the movies.
When it
Some of
comes
them
to
were kind of
movies,
mid.
they
Yeah,
suck.
some of them were kind of mid.
I said they're like
Nasty.
terrible, but they're not like god tier.
All right, back to Dandadan, right?
It was awesome seeing Dandadan on the big screen because the art style has always been really colorful and beautiful. So to see
I
it
agree with that.
like on a full screen, I think it really suited it very well.
yeah,
It was-
the new power introduced, the animation goes crazy.
I would say the animation, the fact that it's a movie quality, it makes it more. I
Evil
got
Eye's
more-
animation is really good. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's to me, it's super. I like it a lot. The fact that it's like that.
Mm-hmm.
So on the online ratings, I could only find IMDb, which is an 8 out of 10, and Rotten Tomato audience, which is a 97. So the audience really enjoyed this movie, which is to be expected because it's got a pretty big fan base.
It's just the fan base is kind of dead right now because there's there's nothing really going on except for this one.
We're
Even
just
after the movie came out,
hibernating.
I'm still not hearing anything about it. You know, no one's
What about
talking
the
about it. 'Cause,
manga?
like, the manga, same thing. It's like no one even talks about it. So I feel like it's kind of
Is it on a
dead.
hiatus or something?
No. Like I said, people just don't talk about it.
I mean, the first season ended like 6 months ago, so I mean,
So that's what I'm saying.
hasn't been that
My guess
long.
is once the new season comes out, it'll pick up a bit, I'm sure.
All right, let's go look at some. Let's jump into the spoiler-filled discussion. Let's take an in-depth review of Dandadan Evil Eye. So this is from the wiki article. It's pretty short summary of the movie. So we can, if I miss anything, feel free to jump in and give your thoughts on those scenes. So picking up where season 1 left off, we find Momo, Okuron, and Gigi at Gigi's house in a rural village. Gigi had them investigate the supposed curse hanging over the house. The trio are soon confronted by the Quito family, who are the landlords for most of the village. So I guess at the beginning, what do you guys think about like this new town that they're in and some of the characters?
The anime took away from the creepiness of this whole situation. Yeah, I felt it to be significantly more eerie in the manga.
Yeah, because
I think the art style. I think that's what it was, really.
So was it done in black? Yeah, so
the black and white really set the tone for it too. But I still enjoyed it, and it definitely still did a good job of setting a creepy tone. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I think it was they set up an eerie atmosphere. And I liked seeing the relationship develop between Gigi and Okuron. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very short and simple though. The relationship.
Very short and
simple though. I will say that.
They were both simping and competing with each other.
Well, yeah, but like, she likes him, obviously,
Likes which one?
Does she?
Gigi
Okuron.
or Okuron?
Momo likes Okuron since when?
Yeah, since when? Explain. I need you to elaborate.
Explain. I need a 5-page essay.
Yeah. We're waiting.
He's like, So, Momo is.
He left.
He did leave. He's taking a pee break. Chair react. This is my favorite. So Momo is attacked at the local hot spring, while the woman of the Quito family questions Okuron and Gigi. So for me, that scene with Momo was really creepy, especially when you think that she's a kid. So like,
I don't like those insinuations in any media. So that, like, even though I've read it and all that stuff, the manga and all that, it always throws me off.
I did not appreciate that scene.
They set a tone for it for sure, and it basically to what to expect from this place and its residents.
Yeah, and I mean they certainly captured the creepy side of it very well. Like those blue guys swimming like sharks up to her. I was like, oh, even I feel uncomfortable. Like,
no, they did a really good job of making it like that. Yeah.
My thing was, why were those guys blue? Like, what happened to their skin color?
Well, they've been
alive for like 300 years.
Yeah, they've been alive for a long time.
There's no way they survived that long.
I think they
forgive them for being a little discolored after being alive for over 3 centuries.
If I had to guess, they're probably cursed too.
They are, yes.
I would say, because how are they still alive? Like, they should have been.
Dude, you gotta remember, this world has aliens and yokai.
Yeah.
All right.
And you're wondering why they're still alive?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So, I think Momo's also gotten a lot better with her powers too, though. I think this movie showcases that a little bit more, that she's more confident in what she can do. As well as Okuron too, which we'll get into in a little while.
Yeah, he's getting a nice handle on his powers right there too, so it's nice. It was nice to see.
Well, it does help that they basically show him training though, so like throughout obviously the series.
Really though.
Through the anime series they do.
In the anime.
Yeah.
Hardly.
What do you mean hardly? That was like the second half of the series.
He does what, like 2 push-ups in one day?
No, just way more than that.
He introduces to what he does, but he does it off screen.
Yeah, okay. Off screen, there you go. That's more like it.
Cardio, like simple cardio, I'm assuming.
Yeah, okay. That I understand.
So what did you guys think when the rest of the family was at at the house with Gigi and Okarun and questioning why Okarun was there.
That was
Um,
interesting.
I'm surprised. Okay, maybe I'm just more aggressive, but I'm surprised he didn't just transform and just beat the shit out of them.
Well, because that's Gigi's landlord.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got that, but like the moment he saw something, he should have easily picked him. Like, okay, there's something clearly wrong here, you know?
Another level of creepiness that I liked was when they accidentally broke the wall and found the big room with all the talismans to keep spirits away.
Oh yeah, the cliffhanger from season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, what is that?
That's why I appreciate the fact it was only like 5 seconds long. Like the fact they recapped the first season like very quickly.
Yeah.
So, an all-out fight reveals a hidden cursed room in Gigi's home. So, I thought the fight was pretty good. I didn't know that old lady could move so agile.
Yeah,
such
I forgot about
agile.
that one as well.
I mean,
She
when
can do
you're, I
kung
guess,
fu.
You guys are
Yeah,
gonna
she can do
love
kung
the
fu.
second season, though. You guys are gonna love it.
She does
it's gonna be so
crazy
good.
kung fu.
Did she come back?
No, not her. It's just overall the season's gonna be pretty sick.
it's gonna
So-
be wild.
The choreography for the fights was awesome.
Yeah,
Agreed.
it was.
So they find an underground domain of the area's ancient god, which was actually a Mongolian death worm underground. So what do you guys think when they go explore the underneath? Oh well, they accidentally fall in, and then
Imagine the fish they could catch with that worm,
oh
Oh
my
my
god.
god, it'd be massive, bro.
right?
Imagine what it's what creatures are they considered?
I don't know.
A worm?
Yeah, what are they worm considered?
Maybe worming, brother.
I thought that worm seemed really overpowered because obviously it's huge, it moves fast, and
Well, this worm was just supposed to be a regular worm, right? That's all
It
was.
wasn't supposed to be. No, it was some type of cryptic. It just wasn't supposed to be that big.
Yeah.
That was the joke they were saying.
All right.
Like, it's-
So explain to me what a cryptid is.
like
or
Bigfoot, Mothman, those are all
Oh,
cryptids.
okay, I
Loch Ness
see.
monster.
so the fact they made that cryptid like extremely long, it was like, that's something's not right here.
And they gave him suicidal powers. That was
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
mind control, basically. Yeah.
mind control.
Hey, y'all feel like jumping off a bridge tonight?
No.
I hear the worms
Bridge.
call.
I know, me too, right? Thank you. I know I'm not the only one hearing the worms call.
So then Gigi finds a spirit who appears friendly to him, and then they kind of link up together. What do you guys think of the first
Yes.
appearance of the evil eye?
Um.
When he was like a
Once
slender
again,
purple
here-
guy
Yeah. Once again, in the manga, he's
In the tidy whities?
in the tidy whities.
Yeah. No, it's
Oh,
very
yeah,
creepy.
That's too far,
looking,
Jesus.
and I don't know how
We're
anyone
talking
could
about
trust something that looks like that. No offense to people that look like that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
That's you, man. You got the bowl cut and the tidy whities.
I got the bowl cut.
And the tidy whities, yeah.
They got the
Tidy
same thing.
whities.
You're wearing them right now. That's why you're not showing us your bottom half.
Yeah, I'm in my boxes right now, fellas.
Ooh, can
So
I
I
see?
ain't stand. That's what. No,
You gotta show it on stream, man.
heck no. That's how
So,
you get
In the
demonetized.
midst of mind control, Gigi loses control of himself to the evil eye, a vengeful entity. This entity was enraged and ready to take Okura, Momo, and the whole village down.
The backstory for the creature for the yokai was very enduring.
Endearing.
Yeah, like it felt like it. There's a reason why that creature was the way it was. I'm like, honestly, I respect that.
Yeah, he never
Yeah,
got to
it
enjoy his
remind-
childhood.
No,
It
he didn't.
reminded me
It
of
looked like
that-
he was abused or something as well.
It reminded me of that ballerina one.
Oh my god, that one
Yeah,
still
yeah.
hits.
That one really
But
does
not-
hit you in the feelings, though.
Yeah,
Seriously.
that
Oh,
one
my
was way worse.
Even in the flashback at the beginning of the movie,
Yeah. Mm.
Mhm.
it hit just as hard there, and they barely showed it.
I know that's why.
Yeah, so this is a kid who never got to live his life, and then as a spirit, he tried to make friends with other kids, but he just ended up accidentally killing his or watching the kid's parents die every time.
And the fact he was just the only reason why he was like that was because he was just meant to be a sacrifice, which is so terrible.
Yeah, it made me hate the Guardians even more. Yeah, the old Guardians even more of the village.
Yeah.
I was like, these guys suck. I already hated them, but now they're like even worse.
But now I really hate them, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's why when you said, "Oh yeah, they're alive for X amount of years," I'm like, "There's no way." But when I think about it,
Girl
yeah,
said, "Oh yeah, ghosts, demons, aliens exist, but someone staying alive past the year 100, it baffles him."
And
That makes sense, bro.
Gigi's new form looks awesome. Like I love the rainbow earrings.
Yeah, the evil eye look is amazing.
Is he always like
in his
naked?
tiny white.
Yeah. His powers will go more in depth, and it's kind of funny how they work actually. But I'm not.
But what does it blow off his clothes whenever he?
No, it's how he transforms. Actually, that's funny.
So he takes all the souls of the dam to make into a soccer ball. Is a really cool personal touch too, because Gigi's a big soccer fan.
Yeah, I think that's why it worked out in his favor like that. Yeah, because of the soccer thing.
So did you think that's why they did it in a sense?
I think so.
That's why. And you got to think the kid wants to play a game, and soccer is a game to him.
That's true.
It's a serious sport, bro.
It's serious sport. It's not a game, bro.
Or I should
Life
say
or death.
football for those overseas.
Turbo Granny was like, if I could do it over again, I'd definitely pick Gigi.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
forgot
Operon was a lame pick for her.
Turbo Granny was in the movie too.
She
Yeah,
didn't really pick him though, now did she?
I think
Yeah, she didn't actually have a choice who she could pick.
Turbo Granny was a good comedy relief.
Turbo Granny just wanted his weenie.
I think Turbo Granny was a good comedy relief in the movie.
Yes, she is.
She didn't overstay her welcome in any scene.
I'm not gonna say anything later on, but yeah, she doesn't really overstay her welcome very much anymore.
That sounded ominous. That sounded ominous.
It lets us know she's not that important of a character anymore.
So, yeah, eventually Momo is able to rescue them, and they defeat the worm with sunlight.
Took them
Yeah, seemed like a pretty simple answer for what they had to go through.
Yeah, it's like for hundreds of years, nobody just like waited till morning for this yokai or this krypton.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it's underground, so like it knew better. The only reason it went above ground is because they smoked it out, quite literally. Is this spoiler filled?
Yeah, this is spoiler filled. You can
I
say
didn't hear you say that.
An hour.
I didn't hear him say it, so I was like, "Wait, where's spoiler filled now?"
You can jump into it, man. Give us your raw thoughts.
Well, I'm trying to not go too far because they cut her off at a really big cliffhanger. Honestly.
Oh really?
They did?
Well, I shouldn't say really big, but
See, now you kind of spoiled it slightly.
Not at all. I'm just saying it's not done.
Y'all got any final thoughts on this movie?
That scene?
I look forward to season 2. The only thing that I worry about is if we have to wait like 2 weeks.
We probably will. I feel like,
or if the episodes are just gonna be like.
I feel like they kind of showed like the first 5 episodes, so we're gonna have to wait a little while.
No, it's the first 3. It's 3.
I thought it was 2.
No, they said the first 5 in the after credit.
That is not no damn 5 episodes. It would have been over 2 hours long if it.
Yeah, it would have been like 3 hours.
I'm just telling you, based off what the guy said, he said it was
ain't.
the first 4.
It is not the first 5 episodes.
I watched the after credit thing.
Just trust me, that was not the first 5 episodes.
Okay, man.
Oh, that was not.
Time-wise, that's barely 3.
Okay, watch.
I still think it's 2.
Watch when it comes out, and it's the first 5.
I'll watch just for you, brother.
What do you guys final ratings for this movie?
I'll bump it up to a
8.5,
9, actually.
I
I've
think I go
really
8.5.
enjoyed it, and I think what's happening for me right now is that I'm super excited for season 2 because of where the manga is at, and all the stuff that happens and I don't know how much they'll cover from the manga in season 2, but there's a lot that happens, and it gets crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited for the rest of the season because this one was a really well
I care
done.
more about. Oh, sorry. You
I
go.
was gonna say, yeah, just really well done. Couple of episodes here that we saw.
I care more about
Don?
the relationship stuff more than the fighting shit.
Yeah, no, the relationship definitely gets bigger. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna play a big part in season 2.
I
I'm,
hope so.
I'm just a little surprised that the other girl didn't follow them. The one with the pink
Oh,
hair.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. That is surprising. She would have been a big help.
I don't know. I forget if there was a reason or not.
I don't
Yeah,
remember either.
I'm curious about that too.
Maybe we'll come
I don't
back
know.
and she'll have been training or something.
She gets more overpowered.
Yeah, could be. I don't know. All right, so let's move on to our next film, because this week's is a double feature, so we're trying to move along here. So next is a spoiler-free review of How to Train Your Dragon. So that released
Woo!
June 13, 2025, starring Mason Thames, directed by Dean DeBlois. Rated PG. Plot summary: as an ancient threat endangers both Vikings and dragons alike on the Isle of Berk, the friendship between Hiccup, an inventive Viking, and Toothless, a night fury dragon, becomes the key to both species forging a new future together.
All right, so this is a 10 out of 10 for me.
Nope,
What?
I disagree. I disagree. But
All
that
right,
should.
I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10 actually, because there
You-
are some things I will say that they could have done a little bit better.
What would you give the original?
10.
And you think that they're pretty much equally as good?
Yeah,
That's bananas.
it's really
That is-
not.
How to Train Your Dragon. I thought it was an enjoyable experience. I saw this one in IMAX because it's been a while since I've been to the IMAX theater. And it was a full house. It was a full theater.
Was it for you?
Yeah, for me it was on a Thursday.
Mine wasn't, but that's because I saw it Saturday night.
Hmm.
Very late Saturday night, mind you.
But I enjoyed it. I liked how the use of practical effects in a lot of the scenes. Not all of them, but a lot of the scenes they had practical effects, and I thought that made it a lot more playful and kind of like it took itself less seriously.
One thing I will say is one of the reasons why I took some points off for this one is because some of the acting early on specifically was not quite there, I would say. I don't know how to really explain it.
What is the rest of y'all's thoughts?
The movie was fine, but
I thought-
I feel like it was a giant waste of time.
I thought the movie was pretty wasn't done at the top peak as it could be. I thought it was maybe mid to almost below mid for what it was.
Brother's just a hater.
Bro,
You're
I just
just a
can't.
hater, man.
I just get no, because I like the How to Train Your Dragon series. I've seen all of them, just like you have.
Fake fan.
And I
Did you watch the TV show?
Yeah,
I even watched a TV
You
show.
did?
Yes.
No, I was talking to Alexi.
I have. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I enjoyed the How to Train Your Dragon series as well, and it's just I felt like this movie was a half hour too long. I also do not enjoy the dialogue for how the actors make the movie seem, because I even went and rewatched the animated movie. I'm like, I enjoy this so much more, and it's so much more enjoyable, and it does not feel like dead air content.
Okay.
And that's just my opinion. And I also do not like that they kind of don't give Toothless enough of a facial expressions. Like they nerfed his like when when he's like upset, when he's sad, when he's trying to gesture stuff. Like they kind of nerfed and cut it back a little bit.
Yeah, because like in animation, obviously you can exaggerate that.
But this is still CGI. Like this is somewhat animation. It's just a little.
Oh, you're talking about Toothless.
Yeah, Toothless himself. Like
You're talking about like just the live action people.
No, live action people. It's just when they were talking throughout the series, it was kind of like.
It was hard to understand.
We need to keep going.
Like
it was super low monologue, really slow pace discussions the whole time.
I have to strongly disagree with you with that. I think it moved at a just fine pace.
And
I don't know what you're talking about when you say it was slow.
And they cut out even more. They cut out more of the movie from the animated movie out from the yeah, and it's somehow longer. Did you notice that they cut out?
I know it was longer.
But they also cut out scenes from the animated movie from that to this. So, and you're still thinking it's just as good or similar to the animated movie, is in your opinion?
Yeah, they're very good movies.
It's been a while since I saw the original, so I'm not sure what scenes were left out.
Yeah.
There was one important scene that was actually left out.
An important one?
Yeah, it was an important one.
It relates to how to kill the big dragon at the end.
Yeah, that's the biggest one right now.
And everyone talks about it because it's something like, how do you cut that out? Like, why is that cut out? Like,
they filmed it too. They said.
I know.
They just cut. Yeah, they
so this
filmed
was
it.
Just done in post. They were like, nah.
What they said was at that point the movie. They said at that point the movie was dragging on, but yes, it was actually a very important scene that they cut out. It was we've all seen the movie. Can I just say this part?
Yeah.
No.
Well, most people have seen this movie already, be it animated or not. So it was actually the dragon flight scene, and Hiccup, like Toothless, shoots his little fire blast, and then he gets bathed in the fire a little bit, and then he goes and sits down. Then he meets
like baby dragons,
the night terror, and Toothless like breathes its fire into its mouth, and then Toothless like, you guys aren't so fireproof on the inside, you know.
That's how the final.
And that's how the final dragon, the Red Death, gets killed, is because of that method.
That's how Hiccup figures out that they're not fire resistant inside, basically. But in the live action, they kind of cut that scene out because, again, like it's already super dragged on for some reason. If it's give and take, it's a one-on-one shot to the original, and you're saying that them talking is not super low monologue. It
wasn't overall.
I'm just saying, man. For it being a half hour long.
So, what are you guys' final ratings for this movie?
Still 9.5.
I give this a movie like a solid 5.5.
I give it like a 6.
Really?
Yeah, I'm between a.
Wait, Eddie, was that you with the soundboard?
No, that was him. That was an authentic sound we got from him.
That's authentic sounds, yeah.
Okay.
I'll give it a.
Like I don't feel like it's an unnecessary film. You could just rewatch the old one.
Don't get me wrong. It was definitely a movie that no one asked for. I agree with you guys there, but that being said, they still full to the source material. They didn't pull a Disney where they try to do all this inclusion crap and all try to completely throw the movie out and try to add new stuff to it. You know,
you mean like Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah. I was mostly thinking about
Because I don't know what other movies they did for live action.
What's the one movie they just came out with that's not Lilo and Stitch that totally bombed?
Snow White?
There you go.
I've never seen the Snow White movie though, so I don't know.
Well, then don't ever watch it.
I give this one like maybe a 7, just because it's been a while since I watched the original, and like the story's still the same in terms of it.
Yes, it's pretty much
following the same beats
thing with like very minor changes to the dialogue, basically.
And
So
although
once I was just like, I'm just kind of like, I don't know, like I've already seen this.
Yes, I get that, but that doesn't make it a bad movie.
That's-
Just because you've
that's-
seen it doesn't make it a bad movie. It's like going
No,
back
but
and
like
rewatching a movie, you know?
seen a pale like this is like it's just a copy of a fucking better movie.
But that doesn't make this movie any worse, though. It's still a
No,
good
but I'm
movie.
just bored.
I don't know. I still found it very enjoyable. I understand you have you guys your own opinions, but I really think that people should still give it credit where credit's due.
And the
I just-
CGI in this movie is just like it's fine, but like
some of it was lagging too. Like when they were first starting to fly, like you could see the like a little lag spike in the CGI because it wasn't obviously he's trying to go Mach Jesus speed. You know, it's hard to keep up in that aspect too. And I'm like,
But
oh,
yeah.
you could see the lag in that aspect. Like, oh, what the heck is this?
let's
You know, that's
get into the spoiler-filled discussion. Let's take an in-depth review of How to Train Your Dragon. So, dragons frequently attack the Viking village of Berk, stealing livestock and endangering villagers. Hiccup, the 16-year-old son of the chieftain, is apprenticed to the local blacksmith Gobber and attempts to create mechanical devices to overcome his physical weakness. During a dragon raid, Hiccup shoots down a rare dragon called a Night Fury with a bolus launcher, but is disbelieved. Vowing to prove himself, Hiccup searches for the dragon to kill it. So, what are you guys' thoughts of the opening scenes?
It's a very one-to-one scene here, pretty much.
yeah, it's pretty much a
so-
1-to-1.
Once I heard that, like the opening scene when I heard it, I was like, oh, okay, they really set the tone for what they were aiming for, and I was really happy about that. They didn't change it up, and they stayed true to it. So that made me happy. They didn't try to make any unnecessary changes to it, and
My thing is, I don't remember the dialogue because I didn't rewatch the animated until after I watched the live action.
yeah, the dialogue isn't 100% one-to-one, but it's pretty much there.
Like that was the only thing that was throwing me off. Like, when they were starting to roast Hiccup a lot, I was like,
I was like, yeah, you're pointing to all of me. I think that was in the original, right?
It is.
well,
It is. Yeah.
But not just him, but like the rest of the cast as well. Like they're all just coming at him like, oh, this guy sucks. Oh, this guy. I'm like, was that how they were?
That's the original. Was yeah.
What was the original like that was my thought. I was like when I was watching.
The original was worse.
Was it? I didn't feel
Yeah,
that
the
bad.
original's worse.
I felt like they rushed.
They toned it down here.
I felt like they rushed to get him to the scene with the blacksmith spot. Like it wasn't just like, oh, Hiccup, get out of the way. You're in the way. Get out of here. Like in this movie, like that was the main part. Like it felt like that was the focus until he got to the blacksmith, and then it was like, okay, now sharpen the swords, do this. Oh,
Nope. That's pretty much exactly how it happened.
It's this opposite thing of where like Disney makes these live actions and they change up everything, and then there's a lot of hate for it. So DreamWorks was like, okay, we'll just do the same thing. Yeah.
And they did it, and then here you guys are complaining about it. So I'm just saying, you can't make the fans happy, it seems.
So
my reason why I'm not happy is not.
Cash grab. That's the only thing that pisses me off.
That's
it
what
is a
every
cash
live
grab.
action is. It's all a cash grab.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want them.
Let's get original movies back.
Oh, that's why we need good indie movies, but then we get Sundance giving us crappy movies, and like, I want original movies, but I want good original movies.
See, but my unhappiness isn't due to its like a cash grab. It's just other things, not the fact that it's not following the story. You know, like I said, I enjoy the story. I just don't know if I really enjoy the actors acting how they're following the script because they don't put any emotions, and then all the other little things that I like watching and paying attention to is what I'm not enjoying. I'm not disliking the story. I enjoy and appreciate the How to Train Your Dragon story. I'm grateful that they did a one-on-one shot as that aspect.
Yes, and
I
hope that it stays that way for the future movies too, because they are.
I hope they don't do another fucking.
Let's
They
get
already
up.
announced it.
Live action
They're doing-
Shrek.
No.
Oh, they
They've
should
already
do
announced
that.
the second movie.
That'd be kind of a meme movie. Live action Shrek.
I would watch it.
I'd watch that too, just to see how ridiculous it gets.
I mean, they're still taking forever to do the what movie 6?
Oh
Or
my
movie
god,
5?
that one looks so bad.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one.
So, upon seeing the dragon helpless and wounded, he compassionately releases it. To Hiccup's surprise, the angered dragon spares his life.
Who just yells at him?
Yeah.
Our daddy.
So, meanwhile, the chief rallies his fleet to destroy the dragon's nest. Before leaving, the chief heeds Gobber's advice and enrolls Hiccup in the dragon fighting class with the other local teens: Fishlegs, Snotlout, twins Rough Nut and Tough Nut, and Hiccup's crush, Astrid. Hiccup is mocked by his peers and struggles in class. So, returning to the forest, he finds the Night Fury trapped in a cove, unable to fly because Hiccup's bolus severed half of his tail fin. Hiccup befriends the dragon, naming him Toothless. So, what do you guys think of Hiccup having to go to school and his relationship early on with Toothless?
I felt like in this one, it's like it's still the same, like exactly one-on-one shot, but this one definitely felt more drawn out with him being awkward and him not being accepted by his peers.
I think they did a good job with that one still.
I think they did a good job of casting the friends because they look pretty goofy, like they did in the movie.
The twins one was still a bit harder to get used to.
My thing was
The twins?
Oh,
Rough
honestly,
Nut and Tough Nut.
yeah.
honestly, only three of the cast in the movie. I only appreciate three of them because they're like, to me, a one-on-one shot to what they look like in the animated. Everyone else just like, what? What? Why do you change it up so much? But I enjoyed the acting and how they did it. I still appreciate the acting and how they did it.
Gotcha.
Goddard was a bit hard to get used to because his voice, like he was so quiet you couldn't really hear him a lot of times.
Yeah, he did kind of whisper a lot. So what did you get? Yeah, so moving on, he builds a harness, a saddle, and prosthetic fin, allowing Toothless to fly with Hiccup riding on his back to guide him. Hiccup also learns about dragon behavior from Toothless, which allows him to subdue the captive training dragons, impressing the villagers and arousing Astrid's suspicion.
My question is, why did they cut out the one scene with the catnip? It seemed like.
The catnip part was replaced with the dandelion thing, so
that was,
they didn't really cut it out.
Me. But that was so lame. Why not keep it? Because in the actually animated, they're kind of like cats.
I don't know. You'll have to ask them that one. I still I thought it was weird, but I accepted it nonetheless.
I mean, obviously we kind of have to. They already did it.
Well, I didn't mind the change because it was a kind of a small change overall.
No, because it's not small because that gives everyone shows them the point. Like, hey, he just put this right here, and they just fall over. And
well, he did the same thing.
No, he did. In this one, the big guy, the big dragon, just sneezed all 6 shots, and then he was done.
Not you.
Yeah, it was hachu, hachu, hachu. All 6 shots are done. And then they just grabbed him and put him back in the hole. But in the animated one, they put the grass on his face, and the dragon's like, keel over, because it's catnip basically.
Yeah.
They didn't want to show drugs in this movie. Can't endorse drugs.
But this is Viking time. Like, how are you gonna nerf that? It's just grass too.
I know. I'm just kidding. Catnip.
They could have just. No, I mean, like, they could have made it look like grass and like, oh, this type of grass is, I guess.
I think you're focusing too much on this little detail.
I just, again,
it's just weird that they changed it.
Yeah, it's just the weird that they changed certain scenes and deleted certain scenes. Okay, and that's what I'm pointing out to you. And this because I'm trying to make you understand why this your opinion's good, but it's not valid all the way.
Like I said, I readmitted that they made some changes, and one change was actually a big one that they really should not have gotten rid of. But this is not that scene. This is a relatively minor scene that didn't matter if they used like a catnip type thing or if they used a dandelion type situation. They had a similar result in the end.
Yeah, I didn't really like.
It mattered enough that they changed it.
I didn't really like that they changed Hiccup into a Wookiee. I think he was better as a human in the original. And it was kind of messed up for them to just make him an alien that's not even part of the world. Didn't fit the theme of the movie. So, the Chief's fleet is damaged while searching for the nest and returns to Burke. Upon learning he must kill a dragon for the final exam, Hiccup attempts to flee with Toothless, but Astrid discovers them. Hiccup takes her on a flight to show her Toothless's friendliness. During the flight, Toothless is drawn to the dragon's nest, where a massive dragon, the Red Death, commands smaller dragons to feed it to avoid being eaten themselves. Realizing the dragons attack Burke for survival, Astrid wants to inform the villagers, but Hiccup advises against it to protect Toothless. So what are you guys' thoughts on the Hiccup and Astrid scene?
It was cute. It was still cute.
I was really hoping. This is where she gets kidnapped, right?
Yeah, this is where they kidnap her.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to that scene because when they get above the clouds
and they show the stars.
Yeah, I really love that.
In the animated movie, it was really adorable.
Yeah, it's
this
cute.
Is still pretty adorable.
The animated movie, I think, I agree that the animated movie did this scene significantly better because it was more colorful and like.
Oh yeah, that's different.
The night sky really looked a lot better than they did in here, which I think they could have done a bit of a better job, honestly. But I still enjoyed it nonetheless.
Yeah,
they try to make it look as realistic. That was the thing with the night sky and the obviously a live action one.
Yeah, this night ride scene was the scene that, for me, the CGI was the worst in, because I was like, oh, okay, you can clearly see, like, all of this is pretty not well-lit green screen everywhere.
Yeah.
The rest of it, I didn't really have a problem with, but for some reason, that scene just stood out to me as, like, they kind of could have done a better job with it.
I said mine. I honestly, when I think about the CGI, mainly it's just all the anytime they're riding the dragons, it's where I'm like I don't like it. I don't appreciate it too much.
I didn't mind it too much.
Well, because like when you see the dragons like standing up near everyone, it's like, oh, they look phenomenal. They look great. But then when Hiccup starts riding them and they all start riding the dragons, like it looks kind of rough. I honestly
didn't think it was that bad. There were times where it was a little rough, but it wasn't that bad. As bad as how you're making it sound.
It was like a slideshow, bro.
I just
like it was like 240 frames per second, man. So it was like watching a movie on Javier's Wi-Fi.
Right.
It's so super good, super reliable.
No.
Super good.
So, in his final exam, Hiccup faces a captive, monstrous nightmare dragon. Rather than killing it, he attempts to publicly prove dragons can be peaceful. The chief inadvertently enrages the monstrous nightmare, causing Toothless to emerge from hiding to protect Hiccup. When the chief learns the truth about the situation, he disowns Hiccup for siding with the dragon and keeping the dragon nest a secret. The chief fleet uses the captured Toothless to guide him to the nest, despite Hiccup's warning. After reminding a distraught Hiccup, he spared Toothless out of sympathy, not cowardice. Astrid has Hiccup rally the other teens to tame the training dragons. Together, they pursue the chief's fleet to the nest.
You caught a fish, brother.
I like Gerald Butler's stoic, his reprisal of the role, I should say.
Oh, he voiced the character?
Yeah, he voiced the character, and he is playing him now as well. So that's what was really nice about that.
That is pretty cool. He did look like a cool Viking guy.
Yeah. So it really worked out in his favor, and
Out of all the characters, he did look the most Viking.
yeah, I agree. And his acting, like, while it wasn't always there, I think it was still really good. You know?
Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
And especially like when he told his son, like, "You're not my son anymore." It was more. What's
I
the word
felt
I'm
like it was
looking for?
actually from the heart.
Yes,
Like it
it
actually
felt
hit.
more from the heart. It felt more impactful than in the anime movie.
And
That's all I was going to say about his character.
yeah, he did good. I thought they were gonna. I forgot this scene in the movie a little bit. I thought they were gonna lock Hiccup in jail. Like that's how you keep him contained. But instead, they all came together and they had a quick training montage.
Well, training montage, quote unquote. They didn't really have any training. They just said, "Here, hop on a dragon."
Hop on a dragon. Let's go fight a giant dragon. You guys got this.
Heck yeah.
So the Chiefs, Vikings locate and break open the nest, but the Red Death awakens and overpowers them. The Dragon Riders arrive to distract the Red Death, while Hiccup attempts to free Toothless from a sinking ship. The Chief rescues both Hiccup and Toothless from drowning and reconciles with his son. Hiccup and Toothless lure the Red Death into the air, damaging its wing membranes and set its insides alight, causing it to crash and explode. The dying Red Death's tail knocks out Hiccup and falls into the explosion's fireball. Although Toothless rescues him, Hiccup loses his left ankle. What are you guys' thoughts with the final fight?
He lost his for Jinko?
He lost it, man.
His ankle.
It's for Jinko.
Now he's got a cool story for it.
I know, when he tells his kids, he's like, yeah, I lost my leg in the dragon.
The Dragon War.
Super sick.
Honestly, the whole fight animation scene, it was done pretty well. I actually thought it was pretty nice. I was not expecting them to make him that massive. Like, you see this, like the human to him scale, the dragon scale. Damn, that dragon is massive. When you
It
look at
is. I've never played it, but it seems like Monster Hunter fights.
That's exactly what it seemed like too.
Would you say that, Alexi?
What would you guys know about Monster Hunter?
I just started by saying I've never played it.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear that. But
I've only played the tutorial because it's like an hour long, so I was not gonna finish that.
which scene are you guys talking about?
The final fight with the big dragon.
I expected something to happen in that ending scene, but I didn't get it. It was when they were in the sky. What happens in the anime movie is, like, all the fires, when hitting, they show the outline of the dragons fighting in that sky, and it would have been very awesome visually speaking if they did that in live action as well, but they kind of didn't do that. They did it a little bit where they just showed the lights, but they didn't show the outline of the dragons whenever the light would, like, flash for a second.
No, it's too much money. There's too much CGI to put into the movie.
It literally would not have done almost anything for them. They've already created the CGI characters, so all they had to do was add, like, a bright light behind whenever something shined whenever they did that. It wouldn't have done anything more.
With the Red Death's threat neutralized, the Burke villagers coexist peacefully with the dragons. Gobber replaces Hiccup and Toothless missing limbs with prosthetics. Hiccup, now admired by his fellow villagers, begins a relationship with Astrid. Aww.
That's how it ends.
That's how it ends. What are you guys' final ratings for this movie?
It's still 9.5.
So
I think they did a great job with
So-
this live action movie. Yes, no one asked for it, but I'm happy that we got it.
I got a 5 now.
You go down.
No,
You went up.
Just
thought-
Oh, up?
hater.
I thought you went down.
I was a 5.5 at the start of it.
Oh, I thought you were like a 3.
You went down half a point. Why'd you go down half a point?
I'm just thinking about all the flaws they have in the movie, and it makes
I
me
think
upset.
I just rage baited him too much. That's why.
No, you're not rage bait. I legit like we literally discussed about all the different flaws in the movie, and the
It's
fact
a
that you
flawless movie. What you mean? Now?
it's not. But the fact is, an extra half hour long also irks me. How are you going to do a one-on-one cut to the exact same movie?
Because some things
certain
don't
scenes-
translate well from animated to live action, so they had to work around things sometimes. That's how.
And make it
sometimes
an
work.
extra half hour long.
Yes. Yes.
So let's move on to content we've seen this week. What are some shows or movies y'all watched this week?
I am doing another rewatch of
Of what?
Supernatural.
Again?
Why?
Yeah, again.
You watch it like once a year.
Yep, I do. So I think that's pretty much all I.
Would you say you like it better than Doctor Who?
No,
Okay.
Then why do you
Maybe.
keep watching it?
they're about equal for me.
Equal.
Doctor Who brings in something that Supernatural doesn't have.
What's that?
It's the Doctor. His backstory's better, and his story is better than Sam and Dean Winchester's story. But the entire plot line of Supernatural is better than Doctor Who's entire plot lines, because Supernatural has basically got the exact same plot from start to finish. With minor variations and changes to it as it goes along. Doctor Who, each season is a different story, While there are seasons which I like in Doctor Who better than the entirety of Supernatural, those are far and few between. So,
That's crazy.
What else did y'all watch this week?
I watched both seasons of The Rehearsal.
The
That's really good.
Rehearsal.
Really good.
What are they rehearsing?
Scenarios.
Literally, I just started watching it too. It's literally like, yeah, the guy who's like the main guy, she's like, yeah, before I come to anyone's house, I always rehearse the whole scenario, what could go wrong, or what helps.
Sounds like a show for Scott.
Really,
I like.
it's super good.
Hey, I can't. I don't know. I'll try to get through episode 1 and 2, but afterwards, I don't know if I could continue watching it. It's just.
Sounds like he's got a lot of anxiety.
It is. It really is. That's why I said I went before you joined. I think I told Jesus I can see why he likes it a lot. Like I can understand why he likes it. It's a show that gives me that he like a show that he would really enjoy.
Is it like awkward humor kind of, or?
Yeah.
Oh, like
pretty
Curb
much.
Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that is pretty funny then.
I do like awkward humor because I make things awkward all the time.
For real.
I mean,
Like
yeah,
that-
when you're streaming and then you get silent and it's just like you're not saying anything for like 10 minutes. I'm like,
Do you not
what's going-
understand how to just sit in silence and bask in the presence of whoever you're watching sometimes?
No,
God.
because when you're playing Pokemon for 20 minutes and it's nothing going on besides you trying to shiny hunt for 20 minutes,
It's like
That's
watching
Peak
the cartoon.
entertainment. Okay, that is peak entertainment.
and then you're doing the same gimmick where you're like, I'm on this mountain. I go to what do you do?
That's how
What-
shiny hunting works.
I know,
That's
so you should
literally shiny hunting.
I know,
I'm
but you
doing
should be-
something.
you should be talking to the audience while you're shining on it because it's such a chill. It's too chill of a moment where
See,
I'm laying
Sushi
in.
agrees. They like it. That invalidates your opinion right there.
Alright.
I watched the movie Bring Her Back, that horror movie that's in theaters.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's an A24 movie. So
Of course it was.
basically, this lady, her daughter died, and in order to get her back to life, she's got to have a ritual sacrifice. So she's trying to deceive this orphan kid into being the sacrifice.
Of course. Why is it always an orphan? What did they ever do?
So it's pretty good. I liked creepy. It's pretty goofy, but it's also creepy. I think it does both pretty well. Just like it doesn't take itself too seriously. At least I didn't think so, but it was a fun watch.
Oh, I'm also when I'm not doing anything, I'm also watching just random SpongeBob episodes.
SpongeBob's good. At least the first 4 seasons.
Yeah.
I try to keep watching, but
It's hard
after
to get watching.
after Steven left, it stopped being a show for all ages and started being mostly
Kids.
young, kids
But
entertainment.
after season 3,
I will admit one of the more recent seasons has a few episodes that really did give off like older SpongeBob vibes, you know?
I do like that. I also watched The Materialist, the dating movie with Chris Evans, Dakota Johnson, and Pedro Pascal. I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie. It was kind of like touching on the dating scene, how it's so commodified, and also like society. Like how people, it's called The Materialist because everybody in the movie wants to date somebody with more material wealth and things like that instead of, for who they are. And so the movie kind of explores those themes. I thought I was enjoyed. I was entertained. I mean, I liked it. I'd recommend it.
Not entertained.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
I recommend it. If y'all see it on streaming or something.
Oh my God, see, you're already making your stream so much better.
Whoa, the stream just went up for me. This is awesome.
Yeah, this is all.
Why don't you have a cat cam?
I know, right?
Because she moves around a lot. That's why.
Have a tracking camera on her, like a GoPro that captures her face.
Collar? Yeah.
Yeah. This is peak content right here, man. This is all I need.
I'd love if there's somewhere.
Anybody else watch anything?
No, I haven't had time to really. I started watching a little bit of TV today, but over the weekend I really didn't watch too much TV. I was out living life because I was like, oh, I don't have to work. It's like I don't have to work this weekend. Let's go hang out with everyone.
So with that, let's roll the credits. You guys got any recommendations for any media?
The new FNAF game came out.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it just dropped Friday. Well, we were out drinking.
Oh my god, I gotta play
Friday
that.
It dropped.
I did not know.
I'm thinking about buying it. I watched like 2 hours worth of it so far.
I gotta get back into FNAF.
Secret of the Mimic. It came out.
Hmm.
So, it seemed really good.
Let me see.
I'm waiting for Markiplier to play it, to be honest, too.
It looks like a return to the old style.
Mm-hmm. It kind of is.
Because with Security Breach, they kind of went all out with like the free roam stuff. It was really buggy when it first came out. That's why I wasn't able to beat it originally, because there was like one of my saves got like locked.
Corrupted or whatever?
Yeah, it got corrupted or whatever. Like it kept repeating the same scenario over and over. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I still like to play my game, the Help Wanted one.
Oh, that's fun, man. You gotta pick it back up. Stream that.
Well, I think that's the one that has like multiple games in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I got through day 1.
Got too scared?
Well, I wanted to do it in VR, but my computer can't handle it.
Oh, that does kind of suck.
Time to upgrade.
If I do it in VR,
that's what makes it creepier. Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I want that experience.
I would say more or less get the Oculus. That would be a lot better, so you have more movement. Not worry about cables.
That's fair. That's not what I'm worried about. My PC just can't handle it.
Well, I mean, if you do get,
like,
but
the standalone Oculus.
Yeah, like then you can like somehow. I don't know.
I think you can stream from the Oculus, right?
Yeah, I don't know how exactly.
I can hook it up to my PC. Yeah.
Yeah, like the cables or some type of Bluetooth option. Because I feel like the cable would be the only thing that would make it like, oh, I'm tripping and you fall. I guess. Because I don't know how you're set it up in your room. Your room's kind of like starting to get crowded in it.
Yeah, it's getting a
Wait,
little.
it's a little full, I should say. It's a little full.
A little
It's not
cluttered.
it's not as open unless you did it down in your living room.
Well, I can do it in my master bedroom too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because no one sleeps in the room right now, do they? Yeah, that would work.
All right. So
Yeah,
with
if
that,
someone's got the money, I'll rent it out.
so with that, we can end the stream. All right. So let's roll the credits. You guys got? We did that. The media. So the plan for next week. You guys wanted to do 28 years later.
Yes.
What's the other options?
Let's see.
I'm telling you, that's be the better choice.
It's 28 days later, Bride Hard, or Elio.
Oh, I kind of want to see Elio.
No, I do not. I don't want to watch it.
I low-key want to see Elio.
I thought you didn't like it because you're like they're all blobs.
They are, but the movie has piqued my interest a little bit. We can do 28 days later.
28 years later.
Whatever.
Like
they did days, they did weeks, and now
I'm
they're on years.
compromising here with you.
they skipped months.
I know. I don't know why they skipped the months, but they just did.
And
They
it's
wanted
28 decades, 28 centuries later.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for visiting Sleeping Cinema. Until next time, bye.